go ahead and create a new project, file, new Flex project. We'll call this contact form. All right, I'm going to go ahead and browse these files, make sure I know where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and select that one, make sure it reads right in this folder. Go ahead and hit OK. Next, bin debug. Sounds good. Finish. All right, and again, we're going to go ahead and start off with the PHP, just like we did in the last one. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. In fact, I'm just going to show you what's different. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here and source, new, create a new file. I'm going to call this one, I'll just call this flex underscore email underscore submit .php. Hit submit. Should launch Dreamweaver. And actually, before we get into the PHP part of this, I do want to create one other thing. All right, obviously in here I've got a preset CSS file that we can use. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. Let's bring some color into this. I'll kind of go over some of this with you. I know it's not important. I know you're going to make your own color art and stuff. I'm just going to keep the CSS file in the same folder. There's not much going on here. So I'm just going to come up here to new, down here, CSS. And what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and call this CSS underscore control. All right, and of course you could just say CSS. I'm going to go ahead and hit finish. And what I'm going to do, hop back in Dreamweaver here for a second. I'm really just going to select all of this. Okay, I pre-did this pretty much so I know what components are going to be inside of this file. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and save that. And what we're looking at is the actual application colors. It's going to be a dark gray and black theme. Obviously the text we've got set up in here. Okay, the button colors, pretty much just went through and added every single option that you might possibly have. All right, obviously text area. And for this one, looking at the panel, okay, instead of doing this in an application control bar, we're going to set this bigger form up within some boundaries, basically keep it in a container, and we're going to use a panel to do that. All right, so that's what this is going to be for. So, okay, now that we've got that all set, what we can do is come back in here and we can go ahead and set this application up to that CSS form. I know we're kind of hopping back and forth here, but really all you have to do is just say style. And then you can put source, and then you just put CSS underscore control dot CSS. All right, I guess I need to close that. Okay, save it. And of course, this is going to bring all these items up because we don't have these components set up yet. But that's all right. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the PHP. Okay, same thing as before. Really just going to, set this up for the PHP file, question mark, PHP. All right, if you want to come down here and just go ahead and close it off, you can do that too. Opening bracket, apostrophe, name underscore name, apostrophe, closing straight bracket, semicolon. And really, we can go ahead and copy this. And just going to paste this a few times. Okay, and really all we have to do is just kind of roll through these and edit them. I'm going to go with email here. Email. All right, we can go with phone. Phone, and this form is going to be a little bit better because I'm going to show you how to set restrictions and all that good stuff. And I'm going to show you how to clear the form after it gets submitted. The button will still be disabled, but you can clear the form. That way the text doesn't just remain there. Let's see, we can call this address 1, address 2, address 2. All right, and then of course city, city, state, zip. All right, and for down here, we can go ahead and set this up as the brief, maybe like a customer comment, but I'm going to set this up as brief name. All right, and of course, for this one, this will be for the newsletter, which again registers as true or false, whether they want to be added to the newsletter. and I'm sure you'll find a better option of using that checkbox. Okay, so that's all the information we're going to be collecting on this one. And again, to set this up how you want, you can, let's see, what can we do? I guess we could set this up like this. From equals email underscore name, semicolon, headers equals from, semicolon. Oh, that needs to be in quotation marks. Semicolon, next line, and the next, what's next? What is it? Email? Email 2. Email underscore 2 equals apostrophe support at masterflash.net, apostrophe, semicolon, next line, subject equals, we can put masterflash.net, flex, contact, form, alright, apostrophe, and then of course semicolon. Alright, and here we can go ahead and move on to the message area. Alright, and there's one thing really I need to point out that's kind of a little bit different, and sometimes you can get away with it, sometimes you can't. You'll see what I'm saying here in a second. Alright, for the first message, we do it as usual. Message equals customer name, colon. Alright, I'm just going to create some space in here, and backslash n, just to take it down to the next line. Now that's optional, you don't have to put that in there. Alright, and then of course we want to throw the first name first, so I'm just going to put name, and then of course I'm going to do a double line break, just to drop everything further down. And remember, you can set this up, hopefully you'll get an idea once we get through all of this, that if you wanted to set like the address up or something, who knows, maybe at the end, if this hasn't taken too long, I'll basically show you how that works. Okay, so what we can do is we can copy this